Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. So, I don't believe I read for you before, so I'd like to explain real quick. I see, hear, feel, sense. No, they talk to me, but they also show me pictures, which I call spiritual charades. So, I describe the picture to the best way that I can, and hopefully they don't give me every detail of everything because it's none of my business. They just give me enough so you know what they're talking about. And they don't always tell us what we want to know, but what we need to know. And I let them run the show. It's their show as far as I'm concerned. So they bring through whatever they think they need to. And can't make them answer all the questions, but usually they try to. At least, uh, at least some of them. So we're going to talk to Brian today. And okay. And he comes in. Okay. I need to explain something else because he's already saying a name. Stink at names. I used to get them all exact. For some reason now I don't. So if I say the name John, it will at least be an um, I'm muttering already. It will at least be a male with a J or a J-O name. And okay. All right. He's He comes in, and the first thing he mentions is the name John. That's why I ended up bringing that up. So it's at least a male with a J or a J-O name. And then he's saying something about fried chicken. Sometimes they'll just throw words out there. Hopefully you'll understand what it means. Fried chicken, country fried chicken. Mashed potatoes, green beans. I don't know where we're going with this. All right. Like I said, it's their show. And a roll. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this dinner here, but he's making me hungry. I've been wanting fried chicken a lot lately. See if he's going to tell me why he's saying this. Hmm. He's not. So I don't know if this is somebody's favorite food. Somebody just had this. Somebody's just getting ready to have this meal, like in the next day or so. So there'll be some kind of validation in this, and a lot of these things may not make any sense to you right at this moment, but you'll remember it later, you'll see it later, or some other family member will validate it for you after this. They never waste a message. All right, now he's showing me he's holding an infant. He's he's holding an infant, and it looks like a newborn type infant. It's really little. He's looking at it with a great amount of love. Just just really mesmerized with this baby. He holds it kind of up a little bit. He says, "Look, it's okay." Did somebody lose did somebody lose a newborn, or maybe right before it was born? I don't think he's showing me some A lot of times family members will hold the soul of a child that's about to be born to somebody close to them in the family that's still here. A lot of times they show me that there's an infant that has passed and they have the soul with them up there. And that's what I feel like he's saying with this one. He's not explaining it, he's just showing it's the charades. So he wants somebody to know that this infant is safe, made it to where it needs to be. And so as he second and see what he's going to, where he's going to go with this. He's walking back over here. He says, tell you he loves you. He's sorry. It's like I've already done a reading with him, and he was kind of slow with getting information out. They're not all going to be, crazy zippy. He's kind of mellow. And okay, so he's right here. Sometimes you could see a little bit of wavy lines here or something. This is my right side, and it's like he's pushing on me a little bit. It's hard for me to explain to somebody that doesn't know this stuff, but it almost feels like a change in the air pressure, just in a certain area, or it feels like a big bubble bumping up against you, or it could just be a sudden warmth or tingling right in. He's showing a certain area for a reason. He wants you to know that he's that close. Closer, he says closer than when he was actually here. Okay, he's showing me. Give him a minute. Not sure what he's trying to show me yet. No. I think I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to show me. He's showing me like you sitting in the bedroom, and for lack of better words, I don't know, you're hysterical. Sitting on the side of the bed, you're absolutely hysterical. And he's showing, I know he didn't do this. Anyway, I have to tell you what he's showing. He's showing taking your hands up like this above your head and holding both of your wrists and trying to hold your hands together and calm you down. So I'm not sure whether you would have felt something around your wrists. I don't know about holding the hands up like this. That seems a little unlikely. I know better than to question. Okay, now I feel like I have a hair in my mouth, so I don't. When anything like that happens while I'm doing a reading, it's for you. So it felt like a hair was just like I couldn't get rid of it. That's going to be a sign. I still feel it. It's like when I talk, I feel it. That's going to be a sign from him. I know it's weird, but I asked them for unique things instead of just the coins and feathers and cardinals and stuff. Something unique for each individual. So it may not be that exact spot every time. It's going to feel like a hair that you can't get rid of. And that's him touching you. And that's him letting you know that he's around. So when you get something like that or any of the other signs that he's probably going to say, I know that's you. I love you. Validating. Let him know that it's him. And ask him to bring you more signs. So he went back to holding you on the wrist. So you're going to feel, it's not going to feel like a human hand. It'll just feel like a little pressure. It could feel like goosebumps. I don't know how you will receive the energy. Everybody receives it different. It could feel, it could feel very hot, just like in one spot. You could even feel a pull. It's almost like he's trying to hold your hands to keep you from doing something. Like he's holding you back from doing something that you shouldn't. I'm asking him something. And he is a little slower to respond than a lot of them, so it takes a second. He, he said, I'm sorry. I love you. I did not mean to leave like that. He starts shaking his head. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't. I was done. I wasn't smart enough to get out of my own head. I was dumb. I keep asking. I keep asking. He said I was tricked, but I don't know who he's talking about. I was tricked into thinking it was okay. Not know what he's talking about, and I kept saying I don't want to say that, and he kept saying no, you need to say that. He's saying something about the TV. He watched something on TV that made him think this would be okay. He says, I'm sorry. He's kind of beating on his chest like a gorilla. I'm getting that hair thing again. He said, nobody's fault but my own. This hair thing is getting crazy. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Quit. Um, It's nobody's fault but my own. Does anybody? This is so weird. Now it feels like it's vibrating right in the spot. Does anybody have a lip piercing? I don't remember. I didn't even look at his picture closely. He doesn't, does he? This is the weirdest feeling. No, he's got a little bit of hair there, but no. It's like this little spot right here is vibrating. I don't know what it means. I don't. It's weird. And it won't quit. And now it's pulsating. Pulsating like a weird vibration. You ought to be able to feel that, because it's bugging the snot out of me. Now I forgot where I was. Back to where we were. Quit playing with my lip. So, anyway. He's not saying anything. I don't know where he went. Lost him. No, I didn't lose him. But he says, I am happy. I'm just not happy with the way that I left things. I'm not happy with the way that I left. I'm not happy with the way that I left things. And he starts going like this. He goes, I left, everything's a mess. Everything's a mess. He says, I blew it. I can't take it back. I can't fix it. And he kind of puts his head in his hands and he said, how could I do this to everybody else? It will be okay later. I am happier. And I probably need to explain that. It's not that he's happier that he's left all of you. It's when we pass, they kind of take us to like a cleansing place, if you want to call it. And my head's itching. When they get real close, my head itches. And it's like they peel layers. It's like peeling an onion. They just peel layers of the earth crap off of us, so that we go back to being a pure and beautiful soul. So all that heavy stuff that we carry with our heavy body while we're here, that gets stripped away from us, so that we go back to being a light and bright, beautiful soul. We don't forget things. We don't forget people. It's nothing like that. It just takes all that negative stuff that just starts weighing, which he's showing it was weighing him down and weighing him down. He says it was all inside himself. Not you, not anybody else. Not anybody else. He said it's up to us to make ourselves happy. He says, I take full responsibility and blame. Now he's feeling like he's getting really angry. He says, nobody owns this but me. Nobody owns this but me. It's not yours. He said it's our job when we come here to learn how to feel whole inside, to learn have the experience here. It's not something that an outside person can do. We have to, each and every single one of us has to do it for ourselves. And he said, I failed. And he can see that now. Now he's pointing at like a lot of people. He says, and I failed each and every one of you. But he will also be cleansed of any of that stuff. He says, yes, I will be waiting for you. Okay, he's also, first he said, time will tell. Don't know what that means. I guess that he'll be waiting for you. Time will tell. And then he holds up a little bell. So you're going to be hearing some ringing, and I'm not sure, he's not making it clear exactly. Sometimes he'll show me exactly what type of a noise will be ringing, but he's just showing me this little bell. So you'll either be hearing little bells everywhere, or you will be hearing a ringing in your ear. If it's the ringing in the ear, it will only be one ear at a time, and it'll be really high. The higher up, like archangels and whatever, they make my ear screech, like really high pitched, and then you have to tell them to lower the vibration, that they're talking too fast or whatever, and to lower it. Usually when it comes down to one of us that's up there, it's a little bit lower ringing. He's almost making me feel woozy, like dizzy, like it's kind of weird. Okay, so he's wanting me to tell you that I have personally been through this, and it's taken me several years to figure out I didn't do this. I did not do this. It was his own choice. I did not do this. And I would say obviously there's something in myself I still need to get rid of, cleanse myself up or something, because I've had several of this drawn to me lately. He says, I don't care what you do with the car. He's going to do what he can from his end to make everybody happy and smile again. You need to let go of the guilt. It's not your fault. He's okay. He says each and every one of us are responsible for our own happiness, for ourselves. And he's just really slow and he drifts into each thing. When he changes subjects, he's very mellow. He's very peaceful. He's very, he's not all wired up. He's not, he just calm. He says that's what happens when you see it from the other side. And you're not really hanging around, I mean, up above everybody's head, not actually, but you still kind of look down because your vibration's higher. You are a little higher, but when you look down and you see how the whole thing plays out and what the consequences were, and then you go, it's a whole different perspective on it. Okay, so, all right. So in the picture, he's shown me the picture that I have of him, and he's got that little the hair that goes down here, which I don't know if that is associated with this thing earlier or what, but he's saying again, this hair that goes here, he's going to brush it up against your cheek. So it'll be on your cheek, so you're going to feel that loose hair over here too. And when he gets that close, depending on how you feel energy, it could feel like really warm. It could feel like a bug crawling down your face. It can feel like goosebumps. Even sometimes when they get really trying to get my attention, excuse me, might even feel like a pin sticking me. He's going to let you know that he's there. He says, I'm sorry, you have to pick up the pieces. But you're a strong person. He says, you're snake in my throat. Choke up. He says, your biggest goal is to let go of the guilt. He says, for Christ's sakes, woman, let me have it. Let me own it. He mentioned, he said the word Mustang. I don't know if he's talking about a car or an actual Mustang horse. He said Mustang. Okay, so he's going to, well, he's still showing you sitting on the side of the bed, but now he's bent down and he's doing something to your feet or your slippers. You have to show me a little more clear. Something to your feet or your slippers, and I can't quite tell what it is, so I don't know if you're just going to feel. I hate to be vague. Does not make me happy if I have to be vague. But his picture just isn't real clear. He's showing it to me for a reason. So I don't know if you're going to feel like the warmth of his hands, his energy, I should say, not hands really, but energy like maybe on the tops of your feet when you're sitting there. Or if your slippers are going to start moving around or disappear or like lose one under the bed, or he's not being real clear about it. I can't make him. I can't make him. I let them do what they feel like they need to do. I'm just his voice. He says he loves you, and he always did. He said he knows he had a piss poor way of showing it. Remember the happy times. Remember the boat? Boat? And he's showing me like I'm sitting on the shore, and it looks like kind of off out in the water is a sailboat. So it doesn't have to have been a sailboat. So it doesn't, he's just showing me a boat out there. Go do that. I think he's telling you go sit on a beach somewhere. Okay, he's leaving. I know he didn't. Okay, and he's just very mellow, just calm, peaceful. No, I don't think he gave a lot of evidence, so I hope there's something in this to validate that it's him. Talk to him, he can hear you. I promise you, 1,000% he can hear you. And he's going to let you know that he's around. I think I can't say feeling guilty because we don't really feel guilty once we get up there, but yet that's a human emotion. That's an emotion that comes with this body, not with our soul. All right, he's leaving. So thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Um, Let me know. I hope this helps. I hope this helps at least a little bit. So know that he is around. He can hear you. I promise you. And he can see you. Much love to you, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. Much love to you, my dear.